everybody, it's Terry again. Welcome back to my kitchen. So today we're going to do some cornbread, which is a great, easy side dish to go with some of those amazingly good soups that we've already done. Easy and a nice warm feeling in these cold Arctic days. So what I've done first is I'm going to make this in a cast iron pan because I just love my cast iron pan. So over here I have my cast iron pan, and in it I put half a cup of butter, and I stuck the whole pan in the oven at 400 degrees to heat up the oven and also melt the butter. And then the butter's here. So just remember that cast iron is hot. It will retain the heat. So once you take it out, before you start to put this together, pour your butter out so it won't continue to cook. Personally, I've chosen to use a browned butter, which just basically means leave it in there and ignore it for the 5 or 6 minutes it takes to do your oven. And the milk solids in the butter will turn brown. It changes the taste a little bit, so it becomes a little bit nuttier. So in my lovely bowl, what I have here is a cup of yellow corn flour. You can use white. I have a cup of flour. I have a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I have a teaspoon of baking powder, which is optional. You don't have to use it, but it does make for a fluffier cornbread. Half a teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So you're going to just sort of mix it up. Do your best to mix up those big brown bits of the brown sugar that sometimes don't dissolve, and you're going to make a well. You're probably not going to have a bowl the size that I do, but just make a well in the middle. And what we're first going to do is we're going to add our buttermilk. That goes in the middle. And then we're going to add our eggs. I crack my eggs one at a time into the bowl, because if I get a bad egg and I've cracked it directly into here, then I've wasted a cup of flour, a cup of cornmeal, and I don't like wasting anything. And if I get a shell in there, I can never find it. So we're going to put the second egg in there, and we're going to put the honey in. A little tip that I did not do is if you use a non-stick cooking spray, which we will not name, but if you use a spray and spray your bowl when you put your honey in, your honey will come right out, unlike the mess that I'm dealing with here. So let's whisk this up. Just whisk it until your flour and everything else is combined. Just like muffins, you want to be very careful not to overmix, because then you'll make a very tough cornbread. Okay, so now we're going to add our butter. Before you add your butter, if you want to add cheddar cheese or jalapeno, go right ahead. And that's it. That's all the mixing you're going to do. So now we're going to pour it into our hot pan here. And then we're going to put it back in the oven and let it cook. And we'll be back when it comes out of the oven. So our cornbread just came out of the oven. It went in at 400 for between 20 and 23 minutes. My oven, it was 22. And as you can see, it's dark, it's golden, and when you touch it, it springs back. So you need to leave it in the frying pan for about 10 minutes before you turn it out. I just turn it upside down and serve it on a plate. It's not a big deal. But it's excellent with honey butter, which you can make or purchase. I'll have the recipe for honey butter, which is really just you whipping up a stick of really soft butter, a couple of tablespoons of honey, pinch of salt, and it's really good on cornbread. Or you can just have it plain with any one of the soups that we've shown you how to make today. Enjoy!